Tonight on CTV News at 11:30. Concerns grow over the use of glyphosate.
We're here to protect our future of our lands, clean our lands, and for the future of our young children, the next generation to come.
A group is calling on the province to reconsider its plans to spray a herbicide in the north. Plus, increased access to mental health supports.
So you would click on their platform, and then from there, the well-being services, things to do are available. Even schools that offer different services are available.
The new resource in Timmins that will connect students with the help they need. And music and murals take over Sudbury.
Bringing color, activating artists in our...
A look at the 11th annual Up Here Festival.
CTV News at 11:30 with Ian Campbell and Rick Wyman with weather.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Ian is off. We're following breaking news in Sudbury this hour. This is a live shot of the downtown where there appears to be multiple emergency crews on scene for what appears to be a fire. We have reached out to fire services for more information, and we will update you with more information as it becomes available. A large group stopped traffic in Serpent River First Nation west of Sudbury today. It was an event planned by First Nation elders. They are against the provincial plan to spray a herbicide in the north. CTV's Angela Gemmell has more.
This large circle of supporters stopped traffic for about 10 minutes along the busy Trans-Canada Highway. They don't want glyphosate sprayed over managed forests.
It's doing a lot of damage to not only to the trees, but to every living thing on this planet.
Called Highway Action, the event was organized by the Traditional Ecological Knowledge, or TEK, elders. They say only a few weeks' notice was given that over the next month, the Ministry of Natural Resources would be conducting aerial spray of glyphosate over Crown land near Elliott Lake, Blind River, Espanola, and other forest management areas in the north. Along with violating treaty rights, supporters say the chemical disrupts ecosystems, harms biodiversity, and contaminates water.
The food chain is affected for all of us, but for us who also eat from the forest, forage in the forest, and eat the meat and you know, the moose and deer.
We're here to protect our future of our lands, clean our lands, and for the future of our young children, the next generation to come. If they destroy our waters, what's there going to be left for them?
This researcher is looking into how forest and aquatic life are impacted by the chemical, and she's determining what healthy water should look like through an Indigenous lens.
Governments and other Western science just do water monitoring. So how is the trees being affected by the water? How are we being affected by the water when we can't go collect water and do ceremony? And that's another objective, so to develop a water management plan through Anishinaabe water monitoring.
Under Ontario's forestry renewal system, the herbicide is used to inhibit the growth of unwanted plants. In an email to CTV News, the MNR says glyphosate has been evaluated by Health Canada, who has said it does not present unacceptable risks to human health or the environment when used as directed. Angela Gemmell, CTV News, Serpent River First Nation.
2 people were taken to hospital following a crash in the greater Sudbury community of Chelmsford this evening. Emergency crews were called to Highway 144 at Cote Avenue just before 7 o'clock for a 2-vehicle crash. Sudbury Fire says the drivers of both vehicles were taken to hospital with unknown injuries. The investigation has since been turned over to OPP. No word on if any charges will be laid. One person was seriously hurt in a 2-vehicle collision on Highway 11 last night north of New Liskeard. Provincial police say 2 pickup trucks collided on the highway around 10 last night. The crash closed the road in both directions for several hours. Police say the investigation is in its early stages. The highway was reopened shortly after 8 this morning. North Bay is getting infrastructure funding to help with widening one of the roads. $2 million from the province's Northern Ontario Resource Development Support Fund is going towards the reconstruction of Seymour Street. The project is part of the city's long-term transportation needs. The program provides $15 million annually to northern infrastructure projects. The need for youth to have easy access to mental health services is growing. The Community Safety and Wellbeing Strategy in Timmins has a new QR code that will connect kids with the help they need. CTV's Lydia Chubak has more.
This is an easy code to crack. Just hold up a smartphone or tablet and click on the link and get connected to the many supports in Timmins. The QR code was developed by Timmins Youth Connect as part of the city's Community Safety and Wellbeing Strategy. Young persons pointed out there was a lack of awareness about services available to them.
That QR code does go to a Linktree, and Linktree does offer all the 25 agencies their platform. So you would click on their platform, and then from there, the well-being services, things to do are available. Even schools that offer different services are available on that Linktree as well.
Wendy Legros is a youth engagement lead and health promoter with Northeastern Public Health. She's worked with young people in Timmins for over a decade and says this QR code gives them a chance to search for what they need in one spot, including social media platforms.
From what I've heard, I think they get a lot of the information from social media platforms. Of course, if they're looking for something directly, they can go to the website, but that's what the social media platforms on this link provides. They can easily go right to the website to get more information that they need.
So right now we have had a lot of clicks because these stickers are included on snacks at all presentations at the school. The QR codes are at different activities throughout the community, whether it's Indigenous Peoples Day. We also have our 33 individuals who are part of the community have t-shirts, so they have the QR code on the back. And then of course, looking up Timmins Youth Connect, you will find the QR code as well through the URL.
Officials say the QR code, site layout, and section titles were all designed by youth aged 13 to 21 who are actively involved in helping connect their friends and peers to more opportunities in the city. Lydia Chubak, CTV News, Timmins.
A walkout was staged at the Elementary Teachers Federation of Ontario's annual general meeting last night. The union elected a new executive, but a number of its members are expressing concern about a lack of diversity among the new leadership. CTV's Janice Golding has more.
En masse, hundreds of Black educators and their allies walked out of a banquet inside the Sheridan Centre. An act of protest that sent a clear message to the Elementary Teachers Federation of Ontario.
Black voices were basically silenced and erased from ETFO's provincial executive.
This is a troubling step backwards in representation, equity, and the commitment to dismantling systemic barriers within our federation.
This week, over 700 delegates elected a new provincial executive, but that executive did not include any Black members.
We had 3 Black candidates run for elections, and not a single one of them was elected.
In March, the Ontario Human Rights Commission released a report called Dreams Delayed, addressing systemic anti-Black racism and discrimination in Ontario's public education system. In response, ETFO reinforced its commitment to, quote, building a future free from anti-Black racism, promising to expand its efforts to address the issue by creating Black educator leadership programs, launching a public campaign to recruit more Black educators, and providing financial support and funding for aspiring Black educators. Empty promises, say those gathered at the Sheridan.
You need to walk the talk. ETFO is not doing that.
We will not be silenced and we will not be erased. Period. End of story.
ETFO's new president-elect David Maston told CTV News he was not prepared to speak on this, and ETFO did not have another spokesperson available. However, in a closed-door meeting, outgoing President Karen Brown read a statement saying members need to reflect on what happened, adding, solidarity that does not include confronting anti-Black racism is not solidarity. It's a slogan. A union that ignores its own Black members' struggles is not a union. It's a club for the comfortable. Janice Golding, CTV News.
The Northshore Health Network is closing Richards Landing, St. Matthew's site tomorrow due to staffing. Any needing acute care should visit either the Thessalon site or Sioux Area Hospital. If you need emergency care, the health network says to call 911. Richards Landing is expected to reopen Saturday morning at 8. Almost 2,000 Siouxites will soon have a primary care provider thanks to an investment by the provincial government. The Superior Family Health Team will soon be looking to hire, as it received more than $500,000 from the latest round of the province's Primary Care Action Plan. 2 nurse practitioners, a patient navigator, as well as an additional staff member will be hired, adding to the team's complement that includes 7 physicians and 1 nurse practitioner. This application is specifically for those in the P6C area codes and overflowed from P6A parts of the province, with the highest number of unattached patients were targeted for these funds.
To me, it means 2 things. 1, help is on the way, and 2, it's mission critical for us to get this done. We need to connect every person in Sault Ste. Marie to access to primary care. It's something I heard a lot in the campaign, something I hear a lot at the doors while I'm out.
I'm super grateful that I can actually help people. I help as best as I can. Sometimes my hands are tied. I can't burn out my staff. Maintaining staff and taking care of their health needs is important to me, so I do when I can. But with these funds, I'm going to do more, and I'm going to be happy about saying, yes, I can help you.
Spadafora hopes to have job postings up by early next week and the staff on board in the next couple of months. 2 other applications were put in by other Sioux healthcare organizations. It's believed that they were also successful. A forum for fantastic fiddling will have people in Sault Ste. Marie tapping their toes tomorrow. The soiree in the Sioux will serve as an unveiling of the Métis Nation of Ontario's newest site and take people on a musical journey to the past. The former Central United Church was purchased by the Métis Nation in March for just over $500,000. Called the Powley Institute, it gets its name from local men Steve and Roddy Powley, involved in what's considered the first major Indigenous rights case centered around Métis people. Officials say this purchase is a testament to the resilience of their people.
The history of the river lots here in Sault Ste. Marie, and then the Crown pushing us off those lands, and us, a century and a half later, still being here, still being proud of who we are, still knowing our stories, and now we're in a capacity of building an institute to protect those stories, to publish those stories, to gather and share them, and host music or theater or other sorts of things like that. I think is a real point of pride for our community, for sure. Yeah.
The building will eventually be transformed into an education institute for the provincial body, preserving records for Métis people with the potential for an art gallery, library, and much more. As for the event tomorrow, tickets are still available. The proceeds will go towards repairs of the building and the creation of the Powley Institute. The Up Here Festival is an immersive urban adventure, and it's happening again this weekend. CTV's Madison Marier has more from Sudbury.
As part of the foundation of the Up Here Festival, they have planned some new murals that are beautifying the city, one stroke at a time.
11 years of bringing art and music to the community, especially murals, which are a way of uplifting, bringing color, activating artists in our spaces. So I'm really excited.
The artists have come from near and far, with 1 local artist from Northern Ontario and 4 who came from Toronto, Montreal, Saskatoon, and even Brazil.
I'm feeling so glad to be here and make this wall here, because it's so good, because people here are so kind.
People have been really nice. Like everyone that has a store on the building, like they're just super nice, and they come check on the mural and they're super interested. A bunch of people are honking while we're painting to be like, hey, it's really nice. So generally really good vibes.
The murals are located in Azilda, downtown Sudbury, and the Flour Mill this year, with installations on the Azilda Arena, Elm, Larch, and Beach Street, as well as Notre Dame Avenue. The art is bringing color back to the city, and one artist spoke about an interaction he had with someone who's experiencing homelessness, who spoke about his thoughts on the mural.
I cried a lot when he told me he felt so good to see my art, you know. He was in this situation, living in the street.
I believe art should be accessible, and I don't think that anyone needs to have like a knowledge of art to appreciate art.
5 new artworks are being added into Greater Sudbury's collection of murals from Up Here Festival, with event organizers saying that this is just the beginning as the festival commences tomorrow. Madison Merrier, CTV News, Sudbury.
Time now for a short break here on CTV News. Coming up, Rick will have your full weather forecast, but for now, a look at the current conditions around the region. And it's much cooler out there than what we've been seeing over the past couple days. 10 degrees in Chapleau, 13 in Wawa, 15 in Elliott Lake. Some clear skies across the board, some clouds as well too. Full forecast coming up next.
When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400 from your screen to ours. Text 10400.
Weekend's almost here, and of course the weather forecast a lot better than it was last week at this time. Forecast radar, we've got some precipitation moving in, but of course we don't have that wretched humid weather and heat that we experienced last week. We should get some rain on Saturday for the most part throughout the northeast. Timmins expecting some precipitation for tomorrow and Saturday as well. So this is how it's going to play out numbers-wise over the course of the next couple of days. Sudbury, Nickel Belt, 27, sunshine tomorrow. Saturday, chance of showers at 28. Sunday, 19, sun and cloud. Kind of a cool day. Overnight low of only 7. Monday, sunshine and 21. More of the same. 21 Tuesday with the sun and cloud. Meanwhile, in the Sioux and Algoma, sun and cloud tomorrow, 28. Chance of showers Saturday at 60%, a good bet there. Sunday, sunshine, not so warm at 21. Monday, Tuesday, cloud cover 20 and 21, slightly below normal for this time of the year. In Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing, here we go. Chance of showers at 40%, risk of a thunderstorm for tomorrow. And of course, that humidex also coming into play despite the daytime high of 27. 26 Saturday, chance of showers. Sunday, sun and cloud, cooler at 17. 22 Monday, sunshine. Tuesday, some cloud cover, and 21, again below normal. But that's okay, it's still comfortable weather. Temiskaming Shores, Kirkland Lake, sunshine tomorrow, 27. Chance of showers at 60% Saturday. 28 degrees, the daytime high. Sunday, cooler at 18, sun and cloud. Monday, sunshine at 20, 22 on Tuesday, sun and cloud, more sun and cloud Wednesday, just a step above at 23, and that should be normal for this time of the year. And in North Bay, West Nipissing, here we go. Gradual clearing tomorrow, 27 your daytime high. Saturday, chance of showers at 40%, 29 the high. Sunday, we've got cloud cover, 19, 21 on Monday, sunshine. Tuesday, Wednesday, sun and cloud both days, 22 and 23, somewhat normal. Then a bit of a bump by next week, next Thursday at the same time at 26 degrees. So, Amanda, going to be an interesting weekend. Drag racing is going on in Chapleau. Of course, the chance of precipitation on Saturday, which could wreak havoc for the drivers, but a lot of people heading on over. Enjoy the weekend.
That's right, Rick. Thank you so much. Let's hope the rain holds off. The YMCA of Northeastern Ontario is celebrating a North Bay physician who's making sure more expecting mothers have access to health and wellness support during pregnancy. Dr. Anne-Marie McKenna made a $20,000 donation to support YMCA wellness memberships for expecting mothers. Through this initiative, prenatal care physicians will refer patients to the YMCA, where expectant mothers' financial need will be assessed and support will be provided to those who need it most. A couple from Cache Bay near Sturgeon Falls have struck it rich.
3, 2, 1. Congratulations, $34 million!
Joe and Lise Menard stopped for gas on a Friday night in June and picked up some lotto tickets. On the Monday morning, they were multi-millionaires. Lise says at first she thought they'd won $34,000 until Joe pointed out all those extra important zeros. So what will the retired couple spend on their big winnings on?
We live in Cash Bay, so now they're going to really call it Cash Bay. I always wanted to give her a dream home, and now she's going to get it.
The first thing that came to mind was a big harvest table so we could all sit at the same table for Christmas supper. My kids, the first thing they said is, we're going to have a big Christmas tree like when we were kids with lots of decorations. So in this big house, there's going to be a gigantic Christmas tree.
Lise says their kids didn't believe them at first, and she had to send them a screenshot from her phone to prove they'd won. The couple says the win won't change them, but they'll get to travel in better style. Congratulations to Lise and Joe. That's amazing. A group of paddlers from Eastern Ontario is closing in on the $1 million mark. They're kayaking the length of Ottawa's Rideau Canal, fundraising for the Canadian Cancer Society. CTV's Dylan Dyson has their story.
We are the kayakers. We are the kayakers. Kayaking for cancer. Kayaking for cancer.
Many of these paddlers have been navigating the Rideau Canal from Kingston to Ottawa for 25 years. For 14-year-old Lily Simpson, this is year one.
Our grandchildren have joined, and this year Lily, our 14-year-old granddaughter, has joined in honor of her mother, who has had cancer.
It's a similar story for each of these kayakers, their lives directly impacted by cancer. This helps.
It's been great. You really just get a second to take recognition of everything around you and people you're doing it for.
Kevin Dion started Kayaking for Cancer 25 years ago.
In 2001, I just got tired of hearing the word. I was frustrated. I didn't know what I could do. I remember as a small boy, after my mother's first diagnosis of cancer, her going house to house to house to house with a clipboard asking people for a donation. So this didn't come lightly by me.
Over that time, his initiative has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for the Canadian Cancer Society. This year, they are pushing to cross the $1 million mark.
One step closer. It's a stretch this year, but we're taking a shot to get there.
We're at 54,000 now.
For this year, and we needed 122, so quite a ways to go, but hey, here's hoping.
Who would have ever thought a group like us would have, we're a small group, we're just families and friends, we're not a big corporation. We never thought that the day we started this, we never thought we'd be here 25 years, and we never thought we'd see $1 million.
When the group reaches its destination of Parliament Hill on Saturday, they will have paddled more than 5,000 kilometers in those 25 years.
Terry Fox is a hero of mine. I remember him running through Brockville, and just to think that it's his 45th anniversary of his Marathon of Hope, and it's our 25th year of doing Kayaking for Cancer.
Donations supporting the paddlers' efforts can be made at kayakingforcancer.com.
It will be an honor to say that we've given the Canadian Cancer Society $1 million.
Dylan Dyson, CTV News, Kemptville.
Still ahead tonight on CTV News. Pakistan Independence Day is celebrated in a northern city. Details next. Finally for us tonight, it was a celebration of green and white flags in Sudbury tonight as the city marked Pakistan Independence Day. Dozens turned out to the James Jerome Sports Complex for a flag raising, speeches, and food. Many say it is a time for families to come together to honor their heritage and share their vibrant culture with the community.
We're proud as a Canadian, and we live in this country, and we celebrate our Independence Day, our back home Independence Day, and we enjoy this a good time for sharing thoughts, wishes, fun, food, and singing. And this time is big blessing.
Now you get to see many new faces here because in the last few years we held this celebration. I never seen some of these people compared to last time, it's good to see that.
We come together, whatever happens, even it's not even being Pakistani, it's all those communities who live in Sudbury. It's like a bouquet. You know, if you take out one flower, the bouquet is not complete. So it completes the bouquet with having lots of different communities from different parts of the world.
Due to the pandemic, the last time the day was celebrated in Sudbury was 2022, and organizers say it felt great to be back. And that takes us to the end of our newscast. Thanks for watching. Good night.